I hope this video is not way too long, but I do know that this video is going to be long. I do know it's going to be long, and I'm sorry that it is going to be long, but thank you so much in advance to the people that do watch my full video. I really appreciate that you guys do watch my full video, all the people that do. I know some people might just skip on through, but I do appreciate you guys that actually do watch my full video. I really appreciate it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about like my eyeshadow palettes and eyeshadows, all about those stuff basically. So it's basically going to be a makeup stash video. I got this idea from Kathleen Lights here on YouTube. If you guys don't know who she is, you are living under a rock. I'm just kidding. Yeah, she's definitely one of my favorite YouTubers out there. So yeah, I got this inspired by her videos, and I decided I wanted to do a makeup stash, and I decided to do it on like my eyeshadows, my eyeshadow palettes. I also want you guys to also let me know which eyeshadow palette you guys would like to see a tutorial on, because I always do feel like I always lean more towards certain eyeshadows. I always gravitate towards like almost the same eyeshadows or the eyeshadow palette, and I kind of want to step out of that. Like, I don't want to keep using the same eyeshadow palettes, you know, because I do have quite a few eyeshadow palettes and eyeshadows, and I kind of want to start using multiple different ones, and there's some eyeshadow palettes I haven't even used yet. So definitely let me know which eyeshadow palette would you guys like to see a tutorial on, just because I need to start like digging through like my eyeshadow palettes and start using most of them, because I do always feel like I use the same ones all the time, especially for my makeup looks. So yeah. Yeah, so that's what the video is going to be about. Hopefully this video is not too long, so let's just get on with the video. So I do have these NYX, this is the, oh no, this is the NYX The Go-To palette. This is how it looks like. I do have another one from them. I have this one also. They're not the same. They kind of looks like they have the same because they have similar colors, but they're not. This is really cool because it comes with a contour shade, and then it does come with a blush and then a highlight right there. And then you have like your 6 eyeshadows. This one has like your pops of green and your pops of purple, and that's how that one looks like. And then I do have this one. I haven't opened this one yet, so I won't open it in this video. But same with this one. It has your blush, your contour shade, and your highlight. And then you have like more of like a plum neutral color, which I really do like. I would say these eyeshadows are actually not bad. They're actually really good. The pigmentation is actually there. Like, the pigmentation is actually really good. But I would say it's a little bit chunkier and a little bit like there's a lot more fallout, so I would say that I definitely recommend you like to be careful with these. I do have this NYX Avant Pop eyeshadow palette also. I got these from the NYX Face Awards when I made it into the top 30. This is how it basically looks like. It has very nice shades. They're actually not bad, but again, they are a little bit chunky. And then I do have this e.l.f. palette. This is an e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow palette. I still want to do a tutorial using this because I haven't thought of a tutorial for this yet, but I really want to use these because these are amazing. Like, the pigmentation is actually really good. And then if you do spray like Fix Plus or water on them, they get extra foiled, and they're actually really, really good. They're really good drugstore or low-end eyeshadows. They're amazing. They're just really shimmery, but they're bomb. They're so foiled. And I do have a couple BH Cosmetics palettes to share with you guys. Let's start right here. So I have this BH Party Girl eyeshadow palette, and when you open this palette, this is how it looks like. And so this one actually comes with 40 colors of eyeshadow. I didn't know. I actually haven't really used this palette too often. I mean, the main colors I would use this for is like for the greens, but I actually haven't really touched all the other colors. And then I have my BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. This is a really, really good eyeshadow palette. So this was one of my first like colorful eyeshadow palette I've ever had. And I would say this eyeshadow palette's actually really good because it's so colorful, and you do have like so many different shades of colors like from the rainbow. Seriously, it's really good. So you do have your pinks, reds, orange, yellow, green, and then your teals, blue, and purple. It's a really good colorful palette. Like, it's one of my favorite colorful palettes. So I definitely highly recommend you using this because this is amazing and this is good, and it's super affordable. If you're looking for a really good colorful eyeshadow palette, this is really good. I have the Eyes on the 80s BH Cosmetics palette. Yes, hell. And then so this is how this one looks like. This one's a little bit more it's like a deeper like neon. I would say it's more like neon-ish, the top part, and then you have more of like your subtle colors, pops of colors. But this is a really good palette also. This is a really good palette also. I definitely like it for the pops of colors, like the neon colors, but I actually haven't really used it much. I've only basically used the purple and the blue, but that's about it. I'm still trying to decide all my different like looks I should create with all of these, but yeah, this is it. And then I have Eyes on the 60s BH Cosmetics palette, and this one has a plastic cover over it. This is how this one looks like. As you can see, it's more, I don't know how to explain how this one is. This one's actually a really good one because it has your neutrals and your warm tone colors right there. And then you do have like some yellows and golds, and then you have your blues and purples, and then your greens. But I would say this one's my favorite one out of these two, but they're still really good. I would say you don't really need all of them, to be honest, because they almost have almost all the same colors. Some of them do have unique colors, but that's on you and your preference, basically. So yeah. I have this one it's the That's Hearts palette. If you guys don't know who That's Heart is, she's also a YouTuber here on YouTube. I really love her videos. I enjoy watching her videos. She's so funny, like she's so cute, like she's adorable, and I always watch her videos. And I had to buy this because she created this palette with BH Cosmetics. I don't think that they sell this anymore because it was limited edition. But you can check to see if they still sell it. I'm not entirely sure, but I had to get my hands on it because I watch her videos. So this is how her palette looks like. She has like a heart-shaped mirror on top. And then this is how it looks like, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, you have 8 eyeshadows up here, and then you do have a blush and then contour and a highlight shade. I actually have not used this palette yet, surprisingly. I just don't know what to create with it yet. Like, you have your neutrals right here, and then you do have your pops of color, and then that's a good brow bone or inner corner highlight. But I haven't decided what to use this for yet. So, this is the palette from BH Cosmetics, and this is it's Judy Time palette, and this is a really amazing palette. If you guys don't know who this Judy Time is, she's also a YouTuber here, and she like makes mommy videos also. Like, she has a whole bunch of videos. She makes beauty videos. I think that's where the first impressions video originally came from. I believe it was from It's Judy Time. But this is her eyeshadow palette that she came out with BH Cosmetics. It's a really good eyeshadow palette. Like, I've actually used this quite a lot. I've actually used almost every single color on this palette. I love the blue, and then you have your pops of purple, and everything else is just brown and neutral. This color is amazing. This is a really good palette, and it was affordable. I don't know if they still sell it on the BH Cosmetics website. It is limited edition, but you can check to see if they still do. This is the Beauty Gems eyeshadow palette. I actually don't know what brand this is. I think that's the brand, but I've never heard of the brand. But my brother's girlfriend actually gave this to me for Christmas when we were exchanging gifts. So yeah, she got this for me. I haven't used it yet, sadly. I actually haven't not touched this, like ever like used it. I've swatched my fingers in it. It actually looks like it has really good pigmentation. Maybe I should try this out because I haven't used this yet. But it has a whole bunch of different shades. You have a whole bunch of neutral shades right there, your smokies. You have your greens, and then your purple, and then your peachy pinks. It's a really good palette when you're looking at it. It's actually not bad. It actually really looks really nice. I do feel like some of the shades look a little similar to each other, but I mean, I haven't tried them yet, so we'll just see. Oh, and I have another BH Cosmetics palette. I didn't realize. So I have this BH Cosmetics 28 color palette Smoky edition. So I have this one right here. This is how it looks like. I'm turning it this way. This one's actually a really good palette. I would say you have a whole bunch of smoky colors, and then you have your pops of pinks and purple, and then you have that pop of red. That's actually really cool. I've never really wore red eyeshadow, but this is how it looks like. I mainly use this eyeshadow for this emerald color. You have so much shades, and the pigmentation is actually really good. It's not bad. Some of the shades are a hit or miss, but a lot of the shimmer shades are very pigmented, and I really like this one. This one's a really good palette. And I have this thing. I don't know what brand this is. I don't think it is a brand. This was my first ever eyeshadow palette I've ever owned in my life. This was actually from eBay. I actually bought this off eBay, and what's cool about this is that you can take this off and it has 3 palettes out for you. So that's what's really cool about this. And really, like, when I first started doing makeup, I really only had these 3, and it was already enough for me, because as you can see, you have your neutral shades. Like, this is your whole neutral warm tone shades here. As you can see, I hit pan on some of those, but yeah, I used to use this all the time. And then you have your colorful palette right here. As you can see, there's so many varieties of colors, so I really didn't need to buy a separate palette for that. Then you have this last palette, which is like colors also, but this is more of like a pastel colors, or more of like a lighter color. As you can see, this one's more like a deeper, and this is a lighter tone colors for these. But yeah, I really think this is actually good, and I believe this was only $11 on eBay, to be honest. And it was actually really good because it comes with 3. If you're a starter of makeup, if you're starting out with makeup, I would say this is actually really good for the price, and you already get like 3 palettes basically, and you really don't need anything much after that. But me, I personally love eyeshadow palettes, and I love eyeshadow. And then I have this Morphe palette. This is the Morphe 35T palette. I got this at a local beauty store near me. Like, this thing came out. This thing came out on me. How sad. But this color was really pretty. I was going to try to see if I can take this out and put it in like a Z palette or something. But this palette is so pretty. This is so pretty. All the colors, people say that it does look a little similar to each other, but it's such a beautiful palette. If you love plums and purple, you're going to really like this palette. I love plums and purple eyeshadow and like gold, and like it's beautiful. Like, look, I love them, and they're so pigmented. They're actually really pigmented. They're amazing. They're amazing. This is an amazing eyeshadow palette if you're looking for like plums and purples. Basically, it's not for you if you don't like that type of stuff, but it's a really good palette, and I believe it was pretty affordable also. I don't remember how much it was. I have my Makeup Geek eyeshadows right here, and then my Makeup Geek blushes in here. I love Makeup Geek. I really liked her eyeshadows. These are the only eyeshadows I own from her, though. I need to go on her website and buy more. I just been lagging on it. But I really love Cocoa Bear. That's like my favorite shade from her, I swear. But yes, this is all my Makeup Geek eyeshadow, and then I do have my blushes right here. And then I have these NYX. Where are these? These are like NYX glitter palettes. I have no idea what these are. But these are, looks like I have like all these ones. I have like multiple different shades. I have like I don't know, this one's actually more of like I would say it looks like a sea color one. This is like a smoky one, and then I have a purple one, and I have like a smoky gold one also. These are actually not bad. I actually don't really use them though, because they're okay. As you can see, they are a little pigmented, but the thing that sucks about them is that once you start digging and getting all the glitter, at the end you only use up all the glitter, and once the glitter is gone, then there's nothing left. I have my Coastal Scents Revealed palette, and this is how it looks like. This is the revealed one. I did have the revealed 2, but I actually did give that to my friend because I wanted to give it to her, because she never owns a naked palette before, so I wanted to give her my revealed 2, because that was more like a pinkish one, and I kind of want her to try it out because they told her it's kind of like similar to the Naked one, which everybody was saying. But yeah, this is the this is the revealed palette from Coastal Scents. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen reviews on this. Everyone says it's similar to the Naked 1 and Naked 2. It's actually really good. They're actually really pigmented. Some of the colors are hit or miss, and then you do have some of them are a little bit chunky and have fallout, but it's actually really, really good for the price. And then I have this Physicians Formula, the Nude, Smoky Nude palette. This is so old because this was also one of my first palettes also. As you can see, this is look how old this is. This is so old. I actually have not used this in a while. But yeah, I used to use this all the time. I like to hold on to this because it does bring back memories also, so this is why I still have it, even though it's like worn down and probably expired, but you know. And then I have my Morphe brushes. This is like an empty palette that you can stick Morphe eyeshadows in, because I do have more Morphe eyeshadows in here. So it comes with a big mirror. I really, really like this palette because it's super sturdy, definitely more sturdy than the Z palette. It's super sturdy, but I do like the Z palette how it has the opening right there. Like you have a whole bunch of different eyeshadows to put. You can put your eyeshadows in here, and you can change them out whatever you want to do. I like to use this like if I was for traveling. I like to put the colors in here, just because like it's such a good palette for that. And I mainly just keep these colors in here. These are really good. These are my most used Morphe eyeshadows that I use. They're amazing. I love these oranges right there, and then I do have my neutrals up there. This is the LA Girl Nudes palette. This is the LA Girl Nudes palette, and this kind of reminds me of the Naked 3 palette from Urban Decay, just because it really does remind me of it. If you guys, I don't know, if you guys have this and have the Naked 3, you guys probably know or think that it probably reminds you of the Naked 3 because it reminds me of the Naked 3. But this palette to me is a miss. I don't like that's probably why you probably haven't seen me use this before in a tutorial, but it's a miss for me. I don't actually really like this palette. It's actually very like chunky. The pigmentation is very off, and it's so stiff. Like the eyeshadows are very stiff. Like the formula sucks. When you swatch it on your hand or finger, it looks great, but when you actually use it like on your eyes, it's not that great. NYX a Natural Eyeshadow palette. This is a small palette. It comes with 6 eyeshadows. It's like a neutral palette basically, or like a natural palette, like what it says. But yeah, I haven't really used this yet either. This is actually has just been laying around. I don't use this, or I haven't used it yet, I should say. And then I have these NYX, I mean not NYX, I have these Wet n Wild small palettes. I have this one. This one's more of like, it has a pink, brown, and gold, and then I have like a smoky one right here. I actually have not used the smoky one yet, and it's not open, but I have used this one basically for the gold. It's amazing. These palettes are really good. Like Wet n Wild palettes are actually really good. They're very pigmented, and the formula is really good. Has a little fallout, but it's actually not bad. Just be careful with it if you ever use it. And I do have my Naked palettes. I don't have the Naked Basics palette. I do plan on getting them because I do want all of them, and I do still plan on trying to get the Naked Smoky palette. I'm still trying to get my hands on that. I really like that one. But I have all 3 of these ones. I have the Naked 1 palette, but I really like them. My boyfriend actually got all 3 of them for me on Valentine's Day. I think it was 2 years ago on Valentine's Day he got them for me. But yeah, I'm really grateful for him, by the way, just because he's really nice to me. And yeah, but yeah, anyways, that's totally off topic, but yeah, he got these 3 for me, and this is how they look like. I'm pretty sure everybody talks about these, so I don't want to talk too much in depth. I don't want this video to be way too long. I feel like it might be. And then I have this Naked 2 palette. As you can see, the thing that sucks about this palette though actually is that if you do drop it, or like drop it like lower, like, you know, at lower distance also, they do tend to break really, really easily. Like the black one broke really easily, and I'm so sad that it broke easily, which sucks because they tend to break a lot. And then I have the Naked 3 right here. As you can see, this one broke out. So this was dust. It broke out anyways. That one sucked anyways because there was too much fallout anyways, but too much fallout in some, like, they just break really easily, so they're really fragile. So I'd say to make sure you take care of them because they are pretty expensive. They're $50 or 50 something dollars each, but they're really good. But yeah, I really like using this palette for like Valentine or if I want that romantic look. So I have this Kat Von D eyeshadow palette. This is the Monarch palette. I actually haven't really used this a lot because I didn't get this one this year. This is how it looks like. It's actually a really good palette. They're so pigmented. Her eyeshadow palettes are super pigmented. I do really enjoy her eyeshadow palettes. I haven't used them in a tutorial yet. I just don't want to come up with the same looks all the time. I kind of want to do something different. So if you guys have an idea what you guys want to see, let me know because I do plan on doing a tutorial on this. I have the Kat Von D eye contour palette, and this is actually really good. This is probably one of my favorite palettes also because it's actually amazing. I definitely love that reddish brick color, and then I love that it's all matte. Just looking at this palette is so beautiful. Like, I don't know why, but this palette just looks so beautiful to me, and it's a really good palette. I really like this. I also have the Smashbox Full Exposure palette. This is how it looks like. I do plan on getting the second one. I still need to get my hand on the second one. But they are pretty damn expensive. So, you know, like, keep in mind all these palettes that I have, I did not buy them in one day. That would be a lot of money. I do, over time, collect palettes and buy some, but I don't buy them in one day. But yeah, this one, I really like this palette, but for some reason, I have not used it in a tutorial yet. I've not used it in a tutorial yet. For as long as I've had this palette, I have not used it in a tutorial. And I want to, I just don't know what look to create with it yet. But yeah, this is actually a really good eyeshadow palette. I love it. I definitely love that color right there. But it's cool because you have your matte shades at the bottom and then you have your shimmer shades at the top, which is amazing. It's a really good palette. I do still need to get the second one because I love this palette, but I haven't used it in a tutorial yet, but I need to. I have this MAC palette. I need to put magnets on this because they won't fit, or I need to get another Z palette. But I have more Morphe eyeshadows in here. I don't want to lean it too much or else it's going to fall out. I have a whole bunch of Morphe eyeshadows in here still. I need to put this somewhere. And then I have the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And it smells like chocolate. I don't think it technically smells like chocolate, but it smells really good. I'm not a chocolate fan. I don't like chocolate. A lot of you guys are gonna hate me for this, or a lot of you guys are gonna be like, what? You don't like chocolate? But yes, I don't like chocolate. But yeah, this is how the palette looks like. I really like this palette. I do enjoy this palette. This is actually really good. But this first one, amazing. Hands down, really amazing. I love that plum purple, like, burgundy color right there. It's like one of my favorite colors in the whole palette. But it's amazing. I love it. It smells really good, which is really amazing. And I love that you do get your two highlight shades, like, really, like, big. You get a lot of product. But yeah, this is a really good palette. Then and I do have the Anastasia Worldwide Travel palette. If you guys don't know yet, I do have a tutorial on using this palette. I'll link it down below if you guys haven't checked that out and if you guys want to. But this is hands down probably my favorite eyeshadow palette from Anastasia. I mean, I only have two from her. But this is my favorite one just because she has... Look at the colors on this. This is amazing. This is, oh my god, this is probably one of my favorite palettes. Also, probably on my top 5 favorite eyeshadow palettes just because it's amazing. I love the color selections. I really do like the color selections of all of this. Like, these are colors I would use. All the colors on this palette is something that I would totally use, you know? I love the warm tones, the pop of blue, purple, pink, you know, green, stuff like that. It's a really good eyeshadow palette. I love the variety. It's only 30 bucks for an eyeshadow palette. Definitely really cheap for a high-end eyeshadow palette. And then I have this Anastasia Artist Palette. This is how this one looks like. One day I did not plan on getting this. I really did not plan on getting this eyeshadow palette. One day I was just at my local Macy's and I walked by the Anastasia section and then, like, I seen it. I was walking by, I was like, and I seen it and I was like, I was like, I don't know if I should get it. And it was the last one, and then the lady pursued me to getting it, and I did. But it's actually really good. I actually really like it. I'm glad I did get it though, because I actually really like it. I love the Anaconda. I love the Anaconda shade, the green one, and I love the plums and stuff like that. It's a really good palette also, but I do really like the World Travel palette better than this one, but this one's still actually really good. This Urban Decay electric palette. This is hands down one of my favorites eyeshadow palettes. Also definitely on my top 5 list of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. Just because, look, let me just show you this real quick. Look at this. This is calling my name. I love bright colors. I love bright colors. I love like deep colors, also like dark colors. But I really love like bright colors. These two are probably my favorite color. This is like the lime, the greens. I love lime green and love neon green. Like they're just amazing. I love how bright the colors are. They are super, super pigmented, super intense. They're so pigmented. You do not need Fix Plus whatsoever or water whatsoever. They're really, really pigmented and so good. I do highly recommend this. Definitely check it out, guys, if you guys don't have it. I do plan on getting another one. I want to get my hands on this if they still do have it. I think it was limited edition. I'm not entirely sure. But they're amazing. They're so good. And then I have the two LaRocco eyeshadow palettes. I have the first one. I have used the first one in a tutorial before. This is actually hands down my favorite eyeshadow palette ever. Let me just say ever. Like all the eyeshadow palettes I have, this is the one I would keep and want to have for the rest of my life. Like if all of them were gone and missing, I would want this. Just because, look at this. You have a whole bunch of neutrals, you have your matte shades and then your shimmer shades at the bottom. And what I really do enjoy about this palette is that they're so intense. Like one swipe, they're so freaking pigmented. Look at that, like it's so pigmented. And the formulation and just the whole formula itself is so soft. It's like so soft and buttery. Softest eyeshadows I've ever felt in my life. You do have to be careful a little bit because since it is super soft, you do get some fallout and not too much. But it's amazing. Hands down my favorite eyeshadow palettes ever. And then I do have the second one because if I liked the first one, I really needed to get the second one. I do love the second one also. It's the same formula and everything. I'm glad that they did use the same formula. Super soft and buttery, super pigmented. I love this eyeshadow palette as well. And then I have this little one. This is the Revlon Color Stay eyeshadow palette. It has 4 shadows. It's a quad, but I haven't used this in so long. Dude, I got this hecka years ago, but I haven't used this in a long time. And then I'll just show you real quick just some of my single eyeshadows. I'm not going to talk at all about any of them. I just wanted to show you guys so you guys can let me know what tutorial you guys want to see me using. So I do have these NYX eyeshadows, these single eyeshadows right here. I have the NYX single eyeshadows. I do have some of the prismatic, I think that's what they're called, the prismatic eyeshadows. I have some. I think I only have 4, but I do have some of the NYX single eyeshadows. And they have these NYX baked eyeshadows. They're actually not bad. I don't really like to use them. They are baked, but they're actually really good. Like I love like the pearly whites just to use them for highlights. I have quite a few of these Milani things. I don't know what these are. I think these are eyeshadows, but these don't look like the eyeshadows she has. I think they're a little bit older. I'm not sure, but I got these as a gift from somebody, but yes. And then I have these Bare Minerals eyeshadows. Oh, sorry. I have these Bare Minerals eyeshadows. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of Bare Minerals eyeshadow. My aunt actually gave this to me. A shout out to my aunt. Thank you so much for giving me these eyeshadows. She actually gave these to me because she didn't use them anymore. Or she hasn't even used some of them, but thank you. I know you're watching this video because I know you watch my video. But these are the Bare Minerals single eyeshadows. These are loose powders. Yeah, so I have all these and I haven't used them in a tutorial yet, so if you guys would like to see a tutorial using any of these, let me know, because I haven't used them yet in a tutorial, and I would like to because they're just sitting in my drawer. So yeah, I have more of these in the NYX eyeshadows, these single eyeshadows also. These are like the older ones. Oh my god, I love this color. Look at this. This is calling my name. I actually have not used any of these ones yet. And then you do have these single eyeshadows also. These are the Eyeshadows. I actually got them on eBay. They're actually really affordable. It's like a 30 pack for like I think $1 or like $5 or $6 or something. Some of them have glitter in them, and then you have your single eyeshadows. They're actually really good. Okay, so that's it for my video for you guys today. I'm sorry that this video is way too long, but I did want to show you guys my eyeshadow palettes or eyeshadow stash, and I wanted you guys to let me know which eyeshadow palettes or eyeshadows, anything that you guys wanted to see a tutorial on, because I do have a whole bunch of shadows and eyeshadow palettes just laying around, and I do want to use them in a tutorial, and I don't know what to use for a tutorial, so definitely let me know, because I do always gravitate towards certain eyeshadow palettes, certain eyeshadows, and I don't want to gravitate towards certain eyeshadows and certain eyeshadow palettes, because I feel like I keep using the same eyeshadows in certain tutorials. And some of you guys have asked me also, you know, like, do you have any other eyeshadow palettes why do you always use that one? But no, I do have quite a few of different palettes. I just don't use them. Or I just don't use them in tutorials. So like, definitely let me know what tutorial you guys want to see using any of these eyeshadow palettes. Let me know. But yeah, that's it for the video for you guys today. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. If you guys didn't enjoy it, you know the drill. Give it a thumbs down. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. I will leave that all linked down below for you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys!